MacArthur Park is the landing place for immigrants in Los Angeles. The area is attractive because the rent is cheap and the neighborhood is filled with Latin American amenities. The community is also overpopulated, causing grim living conditions.
This area is no home for anybody.
Daniel Morales is an advocate for tenants' rights and has lived here for more than 21 years. He's received reports of people paying steep rent to live in a large closet and buildings infested with cockroaches and rats.
They don't have hot water. They don't have access to laundry in the buildings. They don't have heater or air conditioning. And it's getting worse.
While conditions get worse, rents go up. Families are faced with moving back to their home countries or moving in with other families, causing overcrowding. MacArthur Park is the second most densely populated community in the United States, following close behind Manhattan. The county says overcrowding is when more than 2 people share one room. But in this community, the average room crams more than 4 people. The buildings are old and deteriorating. Calling the landlord to fix something as simple as the hall light can be terrifying because most residents here are illegal.
The cases come from intimidation from the landlord or the manager. Intimidation that I'm going to call the police on you, and I'm going to call the INS on you. Some people get arrested because they call the manager and say, I need this to be fixed.
Ignacia Osorio works with Morales. She inspects buildings that tenants report to her organization. I went with her to a small apartment complex on Rampart Boulevard, a couple blocks west of the park. We ran into one resident outside.
The problem that I had on my apartment, I've been living right there for many years, and nobody changed the carpets, they never paint.
He declined to give us his name or be photographed, but said he's asked the building manager to fix things.
I sent many letters for him reporting about the problem that I have right there, and he just ignored it.
A woman invited us into her 2-bedroom apartment. She asked to remain anonymous, and like Ignacia, she only speaks Spanish. The apartment was dark and dirty. She showed us her kitchen sink that was leaking continuously. She showed us an almost unusable bathtub, a clogged sink, and mold growing above a shower. We peeked outside, where she says nobody cleans up. As we walked through a hallway, I wondered how much responsibility lies on the owner. But then she pointed to window sills falling apart. She moved furniture to unveil huge holes in the walls. And throughout the apartment was 2 inches of exposed foundation. Outside, Osorio tells her what she thinks.
Lo que sí les advierto es que esto sí es inhabitable. A mi experiencia, esto es, no se puede habitar ya.
Osorio tells her the building is uninhabitable. She says she's going to write a letter to the landlord. If the owner doesn't respond to the request, she'll help the woman file complaints with the housing authority. The woman, with a hand on her heart, looks relieved.